All right, so I mentioned there's other ways to generate steam and turn a turbine. There's also using gas itself. So this is a gas-fired generation turbine. This is a General Electric LM5000. This thing's kind of a monster. It's almost 20 feet long, 12 and a half tons, and it produces 55 megawatts um, with steam injection. So it also uses steam somewhere in here. Let's see. um, yeah, basically what you do is you inject fuel and you combust it at a high, well, you generate combustion and it generates a high pressure, high temperature, and it spins this turbine. It's basically a jet engine on the ground. Um, I do have a presentation or a PowerPoint posted, so go ahead and watch that um, online. Actually, you know what? I'll post this before this video, so be sure you've watched this, and then if you haven't watched it when you play this PowerPoint, go back, find this gas turbine video, um, how a gas turbine works, and watch it. All right. So again, turbines are used. Once you see that gas turbine video, you'll kind of see how this turbine rotates. Um, this is a coal-fired generating plant. So in a coal-fired plant, they have a store of coal, and they convey it into some kind of firebox here, and they basically use the coal. They burn the coal to heat up water, right, which becomes steam. And so they've got a boiler here. The steam goes through and turns a turbine. The steam is recondensed using cooling water, and it goes back into the firebox. Um, yeah, so this is one of the reasons, you've probably heard of like heat pollution, right? So you see those cooling towers at power plants, or you see, um, you know, lake intakes and discharges and rivers. They're taking water in, using it to cool their steam and putting it back out again. So there's always some kind of waste heat from these processes. This turbine turns the generator, which then generates electricity. All right, nuclear power plant. A nuclear power plant is basically using nuclear reaction, nuclear fission, to generate the heat to boil the water. So instead of using coal, you've got a reactor core over here, and this reactor core has in a high pressure nuclear plant. It's typically they keep this at a high pressure. They have a fluid like water. So water here is at, in this case, if you take water to a higher pressure, remember you can heat it up without boiling it at a higher temperature, just like a pressure cooker, right? So this water is at 330 degrees C, and to keep it from boiling, they have it at a pressure of 16 megapascals. Um, 1 atmosphere is like a tenth of a megapascal. So this is at like 160 atmospheres. Anyway, this comes through and it heats up a secondary set of water, right? And it generates steam, and this steam goes through a turbine. The steam is again condensed through the cooling towers. So you've ever seen those large cooling towers they have at the nuclear plants? Those are cooling towers. They're not the actual nuclear reactor. The nuclear reactor is a smaller pressure vessel located within a heck of a lot of concrete. And then they recycle that water to be heated again.